think the communication, we've had some shoot-arounds, we've gotten a chance to have some shoot-arounds, and just his individual work, the way he's been working on his game, putting in extra time on his game. I'm sure some of you guys will come in, shoot around in the morning of shoot-arounds to get your interviews done, post shoot-around, you've seen them out there. With Coach Micah, just again, polishing different things, trying different shots from different areas, different scenarios, and it's paying off. And again, he's hungry, man. He's playing at a high level. It's beautiful to watch. The player that especially represent your team go on a tear like this. We've needed all of it, and he's in an extremely good rhythm.
First half was kind of back and forth from the lead standpoint. I think you're up 6, and then Vanderbilt came in with 2 minutes left, 10-0 run. What did you see from that group and how Vanderbilt affected on the game as well?
Just his scrappiness. We during one of the sessions in shoot around, he and I talked about, he's great at getting to the next action. If he catches the ball spaced, if he doesn't want to shoot his corner 3, he's great at getting to the next action, upfield DHOs, little pitch and hits. He and I discussed him driving the ball more, driving to the rim, and he did. He was able to get some off tonight, which was great. Just adds another layer to it, to what he can do and what he can give us. But his activity was phenomenal. I mean, they have some tough covers over there from Boots, DeMar, Kobe White, and then a bunch of guys that can really shoot it. Caruso, Patrick Williams, all of those guys. So the biggest thing for us was just to continue to compete, good, bad, and indifferent. Just keep attacking each possession, and I thought we did. They got a little loose at the end of the game, but at the end of the day, it's as hard as it is to win in this league. It's like you got to appreciate the doubles you can get, especially in front of your home crowd.
Come on.
Darvin, you guys just wrapped up this 10-game homestand, 6-4. Now you embark on the 6-game Grammy trip. How do you view this homestand and what you guys accomplished, and then how do you looking forward to the Grammy trip? What is kind of the key for you guys to continue the recent success you've had?
We've had some ups and downs here. Had a chance to watch a ton of film. As I just mentioned, we had a chance to get in some shoot-arounds. So just taking all of that, looking at it, constantly evaluating ourselves, looking for ways we can get better at different things, and also ways, we can sustain what we're doing well. From turnovers, giving up offensive rebounds, bad fouls, fouling shooters, all of that. We examine ourselves as we prepare for each and every individual opponent. So I just think we carry on with that process, looking at ourselves first, the way we want to play, our identity, what helps us, what's hurting us, and try to, sustain and alleviate the two. And we'll continue on with that process and embarking on this road trip. The only thing you can do is take things one day at a time. You can't look past Golden State. You just got to, all eyes and all minds have to be focused and locked in on that team. That's our next opponent.
Darvin, maybe it's a little bit of an arbitrary number, but this is the 9th straight game that you guys have had at least 27 assists. Some of that is shot making, but how much of that is sort of proof of continuity, proof of consistency, and are you encouraged kind of with the overall offensive process?
Absolutely, and I think it's also proof of guys playing with pace, guys being disciplined with their running habits. Whether or not they're going to get the ball, they're doing their job in terms of creating space for their teammates, putting pressure on the defense to flatten out and collapse, doing a great job of getting the ball to the paint. Some rim attacks as well as some paint attacks, which leads to kickouts. That allows for more threes and more threes in rhythm when you're playing with a lot of pace and force. But I attributed that to them physically doing and carrying out what we've been watching in film, the things we've been pointing out in film, the things we've been touching on in the walkthroughs, our offensive breakdowns, and it's paying off. I think those threes become a lot easier when everyone, again, is doing things with a sense of urgency and no one is walking or watching. Everyone is active in some type of way, whether they're cutting hard to space, running into a screen, getting a hit, getting out of the screen quickly, being deliberate and making decisive plays with the basketball. It's all leading to making shots, which in turn, increases your assist count.
LeBron had double-digit assists. You guys are above 500 this year when that happens, and I know that's not all that different than what your overall record is, but is there something to that, him being more of a distributor? I don't know if that could, we know that he's capable a lot at 39 years old, but can that save some energy to allow him to pick his spots? Is that a reflection of other guys kind of carrying more of the load?
Yeah, I mean, he's just making the proper play that's in front of him. Whether he's pushing in transition, whether he's handling it in pick and roll, screening in the pick and roll, posting up at the elbow, posting up in the low blocks, whether he's slashing. If he's seeing bodies in front of him, he's great at surveying the situation before he activates, and once he activate meaning, he gets his body moving in a particular scenario, he's already knowing where everyone is, where they're supposed to be. So his ability to catch the ball, see the floor, pass on time, on target, definitely allows him to empower his teammates to be able to be aggressive and be shot aggressive and carry the load in certain stretches, which is, not only saves him, but it saves AD as well. So again, these guys being able to step up and be aggressive, and not just, wait for them to do something first. Just be a group, be a unit. If you have an opportunity and advantage, take advantage of it. That's all they want, is for the right play to be made, whether it's for them, by them, or by their teammates.
Okay.
You mentioned pregame that when you guys are competing defensively, sharing the ball offensively, like the sky's the limit. Is that what you were seeing during that, I think, like 12-minute stretch from the second quarter going to the third? And if so, like, what kickstarts that, and what can, you guys take away from that stretch to have that be more consistent, even if it doesn't result in that scoring margin in that stretch, just have that energy or urge to be more consistent?
I think we just come out with a competitive mindset, and then to do it together as a unit, and you do the little things. You don't skip or get bored with the details. And the details being, again, like I mentioned, your running habits, playing with force, running with a purpose, having a sense of urgency to share, and again, the physicality of creating an advantage by screening, slashing, driving, really keeping the defense on their heels, and then ultimately, whether it works out or not, having a next play mentality. And it really starts on the defensive end as well, first and foremost, actually. When you're able to be active and get stops and put the team in uncomfortable positions, then good things are going to happen for you offensively. If you then, in turn, when you get a stop or force a turnover, a live ball turnover, and you're able to rush it back the other way, it's going to definitely put a lot of juice into your offense. And defensively, you can be great, which we saw in that first quarter. I thought we had some great defensive possessions, and they still scored. So that's where the next play mentality kicks in, and you're not sulking. And I think now they have the limbo rate, and we've been tracking that. We've gotten much, much better at that 2 to 4 second window when you're looking around, surveying the situation, not really doing anything. Lowering that rate has been huge for us, because now play good defense, someone still scores, we're getting it in quickly, rushing it up the floor quickly, and putting them back on their heels as they get back on defense, they being the opponent. So it's been great. Again, guys, no disappointment lags. Guys are really trying to attack each possession.
When you guys get back, it'll be the trade deadline, I think. Are you the kind of coach that feels the need to talk to any individual player that might hear their name in trade rumors?
Not really, man. I don't, we got enough on our plate to try to get this thing right with what we have. And I think that's disingenuous, because, the thing I tell everyone is to be a pro, first and foremost. It's like being part of a Fortune 500 company and that has, a headquarters, which ultimately they have different regional offices everywhere, right? The NBA is built similar, right? You have a headquarters in New York where Adam and those guys, Joe D and everybody, Mark Tatum, all those guys congregate and make the decisions for the entirety of the league, but you have these regional locations in terms of where the teams are located, and we all ultimately work for that brand, the NBA. And so I don't know too many guys that have been able to stay in one place their entire career. I don't know many coaches that's been able to coach in the same location their entire career. You have to be a professional and be about your work. You can't be caught up in, you know, all the bullshit that you guys are putting out. You know what I mean? No offense, but I'm just saying all the innuendos, you don't know what's true, unnamed sources, rival league exec, rival NBA coach, a rival player, and we don't know if it, you know, it's like, again, what the hell is going on, and these things are being picked up and carried like they're the absolute truth. And I just focus on my guys, myself, my staff, being professional. That's all we can control, is being professional, being about the work, and trying to be the best version of ourselves every day.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.